Hi, I'm Ben Baltzley with Tilmor. We have 4 sprayers from Matabi that we're going to introduce today. Generally, these can be used for spraying herbicides, fertilizers, foliar feeding, both organic and conventional products, and basically anything that can be mixed up into water and sprayed can be used in these sprayers. We have a range of sizes, and I just wanted to talk about each one today. So start out with this one. It's the E1. It's the only battery powered sprayer that we have in this lineup. It takes 2 AA batteries. You put them in right here. And the literature says you can spray 15 fills on 2 AA batteries. So that's nice. It has a lock in case you hit the trigger and you don't want it to spray. You release the lock and it'll spray. It's got the adjustable nozzle so you can go straight stream or real fine mist. See, that's the straight, and we've got a really fine mist. Where I could see this would be good is putting on chemicals or fertilizers, getting on the bottoms of the leaves and being able to get them evenly distributed so that they don't just fall on the ground. So creating a mist or a fog is really good. And the nice thing is you're not pumping. You can just push, and it's almost silent. So this one here is 1 quart. This one's a little bit bigger at 1.7 quarts, and it's not powered with batteries. It's just hand pump. It's got the adjustable spray nozzle so you can go straight stream or you can get real fine particles. And for me, it seems like this one gets a little bit finer stream than this one will, but I think you can go higher pressure with just hand pumping. One disadvantage of hand pumping is that you're going to put your pressure in, and then as you spray, it's going to drop. And as it drops, the particle size will get bigger and the stream will get slower, so you're going to have different rates. With this, it's going to be more consistent. So once you set your size of your particle until that battery's dead, it's going to be all consistent. So that's a nice thing with a powered sprayer. This is called the Berry 7. And by the way, all these smaller ones are called Berry. I don't know for sure whether it's for berries. I think it's for any crop, anything you want to foliar fertilize. One thing I did think about is if you're planting and you leave your furrow open, either with transplanting or with seed, you could run a straight spray and go right down the furrow without bending over and get fertilizer right in that furrow or right on the root ball. And that's a nice thing to do with it. And I've used it for that. I've used this one for that before. Works really nice. The Berry 7, it's a 1.3 gallon sprayer. It's hand pumped again. The nice thing with all of these is that they have a weighted suction line. So even when there's not very much in them, you can go a lot of different directions and they'll still work with a low amount of volume. And this one is a bottom drain, so that works as well. So you're just going to pump this up, and the wand clips on, and you can put it over your shoulder or you can hold on to it by hand, and it's got an adjustable spray from straight to fine mist, and it's got a nice trigger that's easy to hold on to. With these, the trigger's easy, but you're going to get a lot more volume with this. So in a 1 or 2 acre type setting, I could see this working really well. even getting up into trees, small orchards, vineyards. It's a nice unit, and you're never carrying around as much volume as you would with this one. The one feature that none of these have that this does have is that, I mean, this is a bigger sprayer, but the biggest feature, and we'll talk more about it later, but the nice part about it is this pressure regulator. There's 3 different settings that you can have it at. The pressure regulator allows you to spray, and when it gets below that pressure, it stops. So you don't have a variation in your spray pattern or volume, and you get consistent application. So as soon as it gets to the pressure that this is set at, then it stops. There's no guessing how much you need to pump. This controls the pressure. So the red is 1.5 bar. When you have that showing through the cap, that's 1.5 bar. When you have the green, it's 3 bar. And then you can also just take it out and put the cap on and have nothing, and that's no pressure regulation. So I'm going to start with no pressure regulation, and I'm going to spray, and you can see how the droplet size will change as I go. So as you can see, no pressure regulator. It starts wide and then it tapers down, and then right here I started pumping again and it goes wide again. And you can imagine if you try to walk at a steady speed, you're going to get a different spray volume. So most ingredients, most fertilizers, nutritional supplements, things like that, and chemicals are going to require a certain rate. That doesn't allow you to get a good rate. Now I'm going to put in the pressure regulator at 3 bar, so the green is out. And I'm going to pump it up, and I'm going to, again at the same spot, I'm going to start pumping again, and I'm going to show you that it's going to stay consistent. So that's what you want, is a more consistent spray throughout your cycle. And one more time I'm going to let it run out so you can see that it just shuts off. So we showed you with no pressure regulator how the pattern and spray droplet size volume will change. Then I also showed you with the 3 bar pressure regulator setting how the pressure stayed consistent and didn't vary at all. The 1.5 bar setting is basically the same as the 3. It's just lower pressure, and it does the same thing, but gives you less droplet size, or bigger droplet size, and less volume. With this sprayer, we have several different seals that go in to the pump. There's one that's for more of an oil-based type of product, and then we have one that's more of a natural-based product. There's a measuring cup, and we have our different nozzles. I have the flat fan nozzle installed now, and then there's also an adjustable fan, and then there's a flood, and that just gives you bigger droplet sizes, They don't drift as easy, and they just hit and go. There also is just a straight spray orifice. There's 2 different size orifices, and there's a filter, a screen filter in the tip, and then there's also a screen for when you fill the sprayer. It filters out large particles, so it's kind of nice if you're using a fish product or some of the organic materials. They will sometimes have large material that you need to get out before it gets to that tip. One thing that I like about this sprayer is it holds a lot, but it's not super uncomfortable. I've used it for a couple hours before, and it's not bad to use. It's not bad to pump. I've had my daughter use it, last year she was 11. She didn't mind, she loved it. So she was spraying fertilizer on potatoes, and she wanted me to plant more potatoes so she could use it more. So another feature on the wand is the on and off. So it just shuts the valve on, or turns the valve on and off so that it doesn't leak if you have it setting somewhere. You can also lock the valve on with this wire handle, so you don't have to hold it. And that's another feature that I've noticed. I've gotten a few different industry sprayers in the past, and this wand is hard plastic, but it's not solid like this. And when you start waving it around or you hit it on something, it will bend. This one, it's almost like it's made of steel, but it's not heavy like steel. It's a carbon or something. And it stays stiff, and it doesn't wiggle around. It goes right where you want it. There also are a lot of other accessories you can get for these from the company directly. So thank you very much for watching this video, and check us out on social media, on our website, or give us a call if you want more information.